And I was just like, you might have blood in you, baby, but you're not. You're not, bro. Because I've seen it time and time again where he will tell stories, someone else's story, and then he'll show a DNA test, but he doesn't show, like, his name. Anybody can screenshot a DNA test. Like, are you kidding me? And then stupid. Yeah, come up.
Did you get my text? I called you back. I know we both have our iPhones on silent because I've been, I don't know. I'm going through it, sis. But
What's
if
wrong?
you need me, I'm here. I'm here. And that's what I texted you to let you know that I'm here if you need me.
Can you do me a favor? Because I'm writing into the BIA, but I'm writing into the Navajo Nation.
Yeah.
Can you write to the BIA on Micmac behalf about Josh, and I'll send you these receipts.
Okay. Send me his name. I'll text me the info, and I'll get on it.
Okay, and tell Carolina and tell Otika too, and whoever else is enrolled, that they need to write to the BIA about this, because if we get multiple people from different nations writing to different sectors of the BIA, we could probably get a cease and desist.
Okay.
That's what I'm aiming for. I'm tired of it, Megan. I really am.
Well, there is something that needs to be done because there's an influx of these people and it's causing more harm to both Black and Indigenous communities. And while you might see it as just, oh, you want to be like the Jerry Springer of TikTok, but, monetizing off of that, and preying on the reactive abuse of both communities, because let's be real, like both communities have similar atrocities and, things that they went through. And it's not right to push people, out of, out of their healing spaces, or, you know what I mean? Get them out of character just so that you can monetize and get views out of it. It's wrong. It's dehumanizing. And I'm upset because him as a Black man doing that, like, I get it. And I'll be on it. Let me gather up a group of enrolled aunties to write that letter.
Yeah, make sure that I'm sure they know already, but they do have to put their enrollment letter on the letter.
I'll make a copy of my card.
Okay. But yeah, no, just for you, but they do have to put their enrollment. I'll just send you how to
send me. Okay. Later on, just send me a text message of the details of what you want done. And that way I could just screenshot that and forward it over to the group.
Okay. Sounds good. Because when you write to them, unfortunately, because I have to write to them multiple times, when you write to them, there's like a protocol that you have, like a correspondence that you have to follow. So I'll actually email or send this all to you, honestly.
I'll have all of them email me their copies so I can send everything. Even if you want to send me yours, I'll send it all registered. So it has to be signed for as well, that we have a receipt that they received it.
Okay.
Everything has to be done registered when it comes to these sort of things, because we need receipts and proof that we did make the attempts.
Yep.
And then we'll take it from there.
Yep.
That's the first step.
Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna start writing right now to my director. Well, actually no, because it's going to different regions.
Okay, so
I forgot about that.
I'm thinking about maybe what if we sent it to the multiple. I don't think I really honestly think that it would be beneficial if we sent to all of them.
You're right.
because this is not just a specific like nation, right? This is
this is all of them.
All of them being lumped into one.
Yeah, you're right. Well, OG, every tribe has their own regional office, and they have a representative in that office that represents them nationwide. So that's why it's like I have to write into the Nen Nation, and Megan has to write into Micmac Nation. But if like I get like 6 people writing, everyone can send their letters collectively to Navajo Nation, Micmac Nation, Apache Nation.
Why don't you create the letterhead, right? The thing, and then we'll all like, I'll take it, but I'll like reword it in the way that I'm like, that you want me to.
Okay.
Like I'll put it in my own words just so I have an understanding of like how you want me to go about it.
Okay.
But I definitely will gather some.
Thank you. And for everyone who's listening, if you guys have any receipts on Josh monetizing or attacking or being any hypocritical or narcissistic in any way, please send me those so I can print them out and I can attach them to the letters, please. Any little bit helps, because you got to understand that he's causing harm to both parties. He's causing harm to Indigenous parties and to Black people. And he's making it harder for reconnecting Afro-Indigenous to reconnect. So, yeah, this is serious, you guys. I'm not taking this lightly. This is. But
there's so much going on within the community, between the anti-Blackness from other natives onto, Afro natives and the Black community itself. One other thing I wanted to do was reach out to you because I'll message you because there's something that we're working on and we want to get as many people involved as possible.
Okay.
But I love you. I'm going to drop down. I don't feel good, but you can call me. I'm going to keep you as an exception so that you can call me. It won't be silenced.
I got you. Okay. Feel better. Good night.
I will. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
OG, that would be amazing if you did that. Please. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because I've only written to Gregory Mohenha, which is the regional correspondent to the Nen Nation. So like, I don't know how to write to everybody, just my people. So writing to everyone is new to me. No problem. I do land work all the time for tribes and consulting work. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And I really do think that this dude is just, he's not good for anybody. He's not good for anybody. He's just causing too much harm, and then he's reaching out to our government officials. I would understand if it's one thing to have this stay on TikTok, but it's going too far. It's going out of TikTok and towards our government officials. And not only that, but Nugget got pew-pewed, and he had the audacity to have his picture on a live and host a live about him. There's like no remorse. So how can you say that you're Indigenous when you don't have any remorse for one of our own? Even if they did, even if you didn't like them, that's not okay. There's no remorse out of it, and he was making fun of it, and that's not okay. I have to turn my phone to the side. I know, I'm sorry, King. It's not okay. You're just being really ugly. And it's just, like, if someone I didn't like got pew-pewed, I'm not going to host a live about it. I'm not even going to make fun of it. I'm just going to be like, damn, that fucking sucks. Like, who does that? Who does that? That's not okay. So, yep. If anyone's interested in petitioning to write a letter to the BIA, please inbox me. And if we collectively do this and we get enough people, I'm sure that they'll respond legally. she's not enrolled. They won't. Turn buffalo first buffalo hunt again. That's cool. I have about something like that. It's disrespectful, right? It's disrespectful as hell. Only bad things to be world names. No. It's just that, how do I say this? How do I say this without being an asshole? Because I'm going to come off as an asshole regardless. It is much better to have enrolled members write collectively to the BIA about how one individual is causing harm and conflict to all communities. That's what I meant. She can do it if she wants to, and she can do it on her own. That is perfectly fine. But I just want to make sure that we have proper and legal paperwork. Me, Native, he's acting like that towards other natives. Exactly, and that's why I told him you're not Native. You may have Native ancestry, maybe, I don't know. You may have Native ancestry, but that doesn't make you Indigenous. It doesn't. I'm sorry. Make sure I witness what he's doing. Gemini, if you want to write a letter to the BIA, that would be great. I would appreciate it. I don't know if you're Hopi, Pima, Havapasutene, but it would help. Yeah, I don't know. No one that I know has spoken to nobody. In a mini live, Joe is comments to me. Yes, he messaged me back. Is he doing okay, Sarayu? I hope he's doing okay. He's healing. Okay. Send him love and light from me. Love and light. But yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's all. Honestly, I care more about him healing than doing this shit, but like, I don't know. Josh is dangerous to both sides. Registered mail to keep copies. Also be always listens. Yeah, that I know. I've had to write to them multiple times. Things are going back to normal for them. Hopefully. Hey, Intentinator. Yeah, we're just talking about, I'm trying to get enrolled natives to write to the BIA about Josh. Because I need this to be a legal issue. I need this to be a cease and desist. And if we have to go to court about it, I will be more than happy. Me and the other aunties will be more than happy to like fly out there and just nip that in the bud. But if you guys have receipts, send them directly to me. I'm going to make a portfolio of this so that way I can send all the information in with all the aunties' letters and the uncles' letters. And if you know anyone who's enrolled who wants to participate with that, but they don't want to write the letter, they can send their information to Megan Metallic, and I'm pretty sure she will. She's a genius with writing. Also, head of Congress of America India would be a great way to send it in rips from all those tribes. That, yes. You all right about that? Yep. Yeah. I'm looking at the Indian Affairs Correspondent Handbook right now. And I'll see who else I can send this to. If we not, we gon' mob up. I think everyone's with you on that. But you gotta understand, in Cincinnati, he hides behind the Black community. I don't know if you noticed that, but he tucks and hides. Not the chair. he tucks and hides behind them, and a lot of them do. Unfortunately, they do protect him just on the basis because he's Black, and I don't think that's okay. Like, if someone's wrong, someone's fucking wrong. Like, we need to stop doing that, you guys. Just because someone's Indigenous and you're Indigenous doesn't mean you protect them. If they're doing something stupid, call them out. Just because someone's Black and you're Black doesn't mean you can protect them because they're Black. If they're doing something stupid, call them out. Like, call them out. There's nothing wrong with doing that. People call me out all the time. I make mistakes all the time. I own up to my shit. I apologize. Like, call people out. Oh, I don't remember his last name. It's okay. I don't remember his last name if anybody wants to try to send it to me. Yes. Spaces. You don't like to be called out, that's why he threatens people. Yeah, I know. That's fine. I don't know what you're gonna threaten me with, but look. Let's monetize on TikTok and additional spaces. I believe this individual is not only I gotta get my words. A threat to the indigenous community. Black community. And he is also present. Hold on, I'm gonna send it. Not sure if it's private. You said in a video. Okay. Yeah, just message me. Send me a message. Did Glenn leave? Yeah, where's Glenn? I need to talk to Glenn. He would have lent him his bee. Blind to the boots. Good morning, La Chapa. Have a wonderful. Oh, yet, hey, Sherwin, I miss you. Hey, I'm probably gonna be in Arizona next month. Yeah, I don't know where you're at, but I'm gonna head to Shiprock to see Tanya, and then I'm gonna go to Chinle. He was on right now. Hi, Glenn. There's something I need to ask you. I miss you, Sherwin. Can you see what I tagged you in? Not right now because I'm on live. I can't see it. You can also send it to my messages too. So Glenn, I have something to ask you. and I'm not accusing you, I'm just asking, so don't get offended. A lot of individuals have told me that you are someone who is cool with Josh and you're okay with the things that he does. I'll message you. Oh, ¿ya te vas? Like what? When he attacks other indigenous people, Glenn, or when he threatens other indigenous people, or the fact that he thought it was okay to post Nukets on his live after Nuket got pew-pewed, and he made fun of it, and the fact that he holds lives and spaces for indigenous people when he himself has just discovered that he is indigenous, that kind of thing. Accused him of what? Because I was literally on that live yesterday. Just because you're being accused of something does not make it okay for you to host a live and make fun of somebody who just been hurt by an act of violence, no less. His threat to the indigenous community and Black community is also saying that he doesn't instigate and they cause problems between the traditions. Last Sunday, Joe Yua came and accused Josh of what happened to that guy. Okay, but my question is, Glenn, especially you being Apache, why are you defending him so hard? Or have a Pasu Bima, you're a part of the sister tribe. You're a part of the sister tribe. And I asked you a question. I asked you why are you consistently in Josh's lives? And you're consistently, because I've seen you in Josh's lives, right? And you're not opposing him. You're laughing with him. Cool. He tokenizes you. I hope you know that. Chile. Chile. Tak Chahichin. Tak Exactly, Jessica. Exactly. We should not be encouraging his behavior. We should not be in his lives. Like, but now I see why he continues to do what he does. He has pets. Yeah, yeah, I know, Gemini. Let me tell you something, Glenn. I will never be okay with people who like to continuously create chaos within any of the communities that I am a part of. Black communities, indigenous communities, Afro-Indigenous communities. I will not ever be okay with those people. Just like I'm not okay with BGP. Just like I'm not okay with Manny. They have indigenous blood in it. You can see it directly. But I will never be okay with them because they consistently cause drama and stir shit up within all of our communities. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin. It has everything to do with what you're causing, what kind of shit you're trying to do to people. Hey, energy. Yeah, come on up, Glenn.
So what's the problem? Like,
It's
morning. How can I help you? What's that? Move.
okay. Can you do CUR? I did. Are you talking about the place that helps with your like thyroid and oh no, mental health is next to it. So you want to go out that way, and then you're gonna see like a pest control place. Yes. It's right past that. Yeah. Or before or after? It's after. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm asking you. Okay. That was interesting. Okay, go ahead, Glenn.
I said, so what's the problem? Because I don't see anything. I don't see any problems. Everybody causes everything for themselves. I don't have a problem with him. He doesn't have a problem with me. I don't have no issues with anybody when I'm in his lives. I just try to tell the natives to calm down because they're always throwing racist stuff out, or they're starting commotion in the chat. And on one of his lives I was in, he said that he would try to calm his people, and if the natives would do the same. So that's all I do. And everybody gets offended when I say something. They call me the pet. Look at that, they're just slandering me right now. I don't say nothing to them, but they do it to me.
Okay, stop
So
slandering.
how am I in the wrong when I don't bother nobody? When they start with me, then I start with them, just like Josh does. When they start with him, he starts with everybody else.
No, but Glenn, I have seen you. I have seen you like in the lives, and like I have seen some of the stuff that you say, and it is quite.
Well, name it. What problem do you have with me? Like, tell me.
I
Don't just say
personally don't
that
have
like a
it.
blanket statement. State what I said that makes you offended.
I personally don't have a problem with you, but I have seen some pretty questionable stuff when you're in these people's lives.
Well, like what? I mean, so I need to know what people think so I could try to maneuver it or not say things that offends others. Nobody says nothing but just calls me names or slanders me. That's all they do.
But see,
No
you
one
even
tries
have
to
a
correct me. No
Glenn.
one
You
says
even
anything
Glenn, stop.
but this
You
is
even
me.
have. I'll mute you because I can't have that power. But I'm giving you the option. Energy is a black woman, and Energy even said that she thinks that you're two-faced. So if you have indigenous people in here saying that they've seen you stir shit up, and you have a black woman saying that she's seen it too, don't you think that you should look inward to see what the hell is going on?
I already told you I troll because I don't like natives going and crying and then playing the victim role. He does the same thing, but that's what natives do too. So I just troll him and make fun. I already stated that.
Okay, and you don't see that as a problem?
No, I don't see it as a problem.
You being an enrolled native, you don't see that's a problem, that you're going into black spaces and you're trolling other natives and the way it looks?
It's not a black space because he's native.
Glenn. Okay, Glenn. Let me ask
I mean,
you.
that's how I see it. I don't see him as a black person. If he's claiming he's indigenous, then that's what I see him as.
Okay.
If you don't like it, you don't have to. Nobody else has to.
Okay.
You guys aren't the authority. Nobody's the authority of who's a native or not.
So Glenn, do you think
You
that?
don't even have his paper. Nobody has his paperwork to discredit him.
Yeah. So Glenn,
All you can do is try to help. All you can do is try to help, make a friend or whatever. That's all.
cool. Like I said. So Glenn, do you think that somebody who just barely took a DNA test has the right to come up here, in our spaces and start trolling our people and pitting our people against each other? You think that that's okay? You can unmute yourself. Do you think that's
If
okay,
they're
Glenn?
starting with him, then it's fine with me.
So you're okay with somebody who just realized that they're native by taking a DNA test, holding spaces for natives, trolling them, talking shit to
He
them?
said he already knew he was native on documents before he took the DNA
No,
test.
he didn't. We all caught
He
him
already knew.
when he first came
That's
on
what
here,
he
Glenn.
said. That's what he said.
No, he did. Glenn, when he first came on here, no, that's not the case.
Well, that's what he told. That's what I remember him telling us. He already has it on documents before he even took his DNA test, whatever that is.
But you can jump in whenever you want, Energy.
Yeah, let Chapa. I just wanted to address just Glenn personally. I'm not up here to talk about Josh and his situation because everybody can see that for what it is. But I do want to address Glenn, and I think when he tells you guys that he's a troll, to believe him because he honestly is. And like I was saying yesterday after the debate or post debate, the best thing is to keep people like this out of your spaces because he likes to throw rocks and hide his hands. I've seen him troll Afro-Indigenous people.
How did I hide my
Wait a
hands?
minute,
I'm
Glenn. It's
admitting
my
it. You
turn. I'm
don't.
speaking. Go
I'm
on mute,
admitting
please.
it.
Let Chapa mute him, please.
I got you.
Thanks. So I've seen him go in native. I've seen him troll Afro-Indigenous women. I've seen him troll black people, and I've seen him troll natives. So a person like this, to me, is dangerous to anybody's community.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm telling you guys for your community. Just be careful because in a time like this and what we're going through, we seem to let people who look like us come in and infiltrate something that we're trying to build. So, you know what I'm saying? Just keep people like this out of your space. And that's what I've chosen to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't go into their lives. I don't go into lives where they're on a panel. I just unfollow them or block them and keep it moving. But last week I had to tell Glenn to stop trolling African Americans because, even though they don't call themselves African Americans, he was an elder. And I said, what you're doing is wrong. You guys know that what he's saying is bullshit and he's up here making himself look stupid. But you're telling me, oh, it's all fun and games. I just want to laugh and I just want to troll. And I told him, my black people are not to be laughed at and trolled. We are not here for your fucking sick entertainment.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to say that part. As far as the Josh situation, everybody can see that for what it is. And he's not here, so I'm not going to speak on Josh. But since Glenn was here, I felt as though, I had the right to come up here and address him and to tell you how I see it and, to keep it real, because that's what we're not doing. Nobody's keeping it real. Nobody's holding each other accountable. Everybody just picks a side and who they like, and then they just go with it. Whether the person is right or wrong, they go along with it, and that's not right. So I'm just going to say to you guys to keep him out of your space. I would not trust him, and I'm keeping him out of my spaces too. And when I see him in an African Americans live, I will make sure that they know that he trolls African Americans and Afro-Indigenous people in our community for his entertainment.
Yep, kick him out. That's why I'm addressing him right now. But I always give people a chance and hear their side. But
Exactly.
that's what I'm doing right now. You know, I hold my own people accountable
I
on
know
my
you
other
do.
side.
Yep, I know you
I'm talking to
do.
him right now because I don't like that shit.
Yeah, so I just wanted to come up real quickly, Chop, and give my 2 cents. I'm
Yeah.
about to go make me something to eat and take a shower, and I'll holler at you later.
Thank you, Energy. I appreciate it. Go ahead, Glenn.
Go ahead for what?
Based upon what Energy said.
For what? She already got off.
I guess that, and it hurts me to say this, but I guess that we're gonna have to watch out for our own people being trolls too,
That's fine.
and doing nasty shit towards natives, towards black people, and towards Afro-Indigenous. So I think everybody in this chat, I think y'all know what to do when it comes to Glenn. So
It's fine with me.
I'm not gonna allow natives
All
to
right.
troll
Hey,
and be disrespectful to black people or Afro-Indigenous people or their own people. And I'm not gonna allow black people to do the same or Afro-Indigenous to do the same. So everybody, if you see Glenn in your spaces, kick him out, block him, because that's not okay. And for him to be a part of a Southwestern tribe, he knows it's not okay. He knows it's not okay. That's ridiculous, bro. Like I said, there's offs on both sides, and now you see it. Now you see it. Not Glenn going to Josh crying. He probably will, but I don't care because I'm going to make sure that people are going to kick him out of their lives. He can be isolated if he wants to. I'm not doing it. I'm not playing these games. I'm not playing these games with nobody anymore. He is just, yeah, he is. I've seen him do it, Twist, and I've called him out on his shit. But now that Energy has told me that he also trolls black people, because I've seen him troll Afro-Indigenous people. I call him out on that too. But you're just going around trolling and stirring up drama and causing shit just to cause shit just for your own fucking entertainment. That is not okay. That's never okay with me. And it's like I said, and he's enrolled. So you don't know how to block? I do. I do. And it's gonna happen. So I recommend everybody. See, look, I'm already getting a violation, even though I haven't said anything bad. I haven't, and I'm not going to cuss anymore. He's targeting BIPOC. Yep. Truly wants to find people who are. Yeah, exactly, OG. Exactly. Go ahead and go ahead.
Intentionator.
Intentionator. Yeah, go ahead. Just be careful what you say because I already got a violation.
Yeah. One thing I'm going to say about Energy did take the words out of my mouth. She knows what I was going to say too is that I do not expect him to troll, and he shouldn't have said he's stepping up for Josh, and he should have said that Josh is more problematic to both communities, right? So, like, if he trolling is in another level of bigger conflict, and that kind of conflict can lead into hatred and violence.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to have Black people and Indigenous people fight. I'm not trying to have that right now. And you have people like Glenn, people like Josh, who are causing that more division because Glenn just wants entertainment and I don't know what Josh wants, but they're just causing division. Just people like that. I can't live with it. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's not cool for him to do those kind of things. And what he's doing is very wrong. And I wish he does come to his senses as a man. Like, you should have come to his senses, thinking that joking around like this is gonna get him into trouble, right?
Yep.
Just like Black Americans will just joke about like Native people, how what kind of stereotype they bring in comedy. Like, it ain't funny, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like it just stereotypes is not bound to be funny at all. Like, he should know knowing better, and he should be aware of the problems that Native Americans suffer, and Black people who aren't in America suffer too, right? You should have learned about that. But I know for a fact that Native Americans suffer more than our people do, because the government over here, especially in Canada as well, are unaliving the Natives people. You should be very worried about that. So for him to come and troll, I think it's about time that he comes to his senses.
He's not going to. You can hear it in his voice. He doesn't care. That's why I called him out on it. I hold all my people accountable, and that's what people need to see. I hold all my people accountable. It's one thing to troll a pretendian, but mind you, I don't go into pretendians' lives. I'm in Indigenous spaces or I'm in Pan-African spaces, and they just so happen to come to those spaces. And if you come to those spaces spreading your whatever you want to spread, your religious views, I'm gonna troll you. But I don't follow you into your own damn space and troll you. I leave you alone.
Right.
Both are suffering by the same racist people. Yeah, but you see people on both sides using the same colonial tactics, King, and that's something that we got to address that first before we address any colonial issues.
Yeah, King, I understand that. We we both suffered, but there's a biggest problem that we're facing right now is
Yeah.
that correct me if I'm wrong, but the native population is not is being dominated by other ethnic groups, right?
Well, not really. I mean, the numbers are going up now. The numbers for full-blooded natives are increasing, which it went from 6% to 8%. So I'm really happy about that.
Oh, same. I don't see red native in where I'm at.
Where are you at?
Yeah, King, where you at? Like you in the United States right now?
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Still 400%.
Oh, DC.
Yeah, eso, misteco, eso. Entonces tienes que buscarte una mujer que también eres de 100% para tener bebés. Síguelo. Are you a band, DC? Oh, there's a lot of natives in DC. Are you kidding me? They just probably look Mexican to you. but they're there. They're native. There's a lot of natives in DC.
Oh, I forgot to say that the natives sorry the people from Mexico, especially like other like Hispanics that come to Canada, when I start working in this company, I'm not going to name it because I don't want to get myself search whatever, but they were I asked them like when they're working over there, like because they were working as cleaners, right? And then I asked them like how much do they make in a day while doing their job, and they're telling me they're making $15 an hour. But according to like the pay gap, people must make about 18 and over. And it seems that Canada is breaking the law. They're trying to like underpay the Hispanics that come to Canada.
Yeah.
And not pay them more. So I kind of get upset and say they need to come to need to change their job. They say, oh, we can't. I said, what do you mean you can't? So, and they were telling me, this is the only job that they're working in.
Yeah.
Right? So they're underpaying them on purpose. And they wouldn't even give them any chances to get more pay.
Yeah, that's what they do here. And people don't realize is that like people are like, oh, these people are coming over, taking our jobs and using our resources. A lot of them are not doing that. A lot of them are just trying to fucking work. Oops, excuse my language. A lot of them are just trying to work. And a lot of them get underpaid because they get paid a lot of them get paid under their table, so they get underpaid. And then you have people who don't have health care because they don't have papers. So if they get hurt, they can't work anymore. And so there's just like, mind you, I know that there's a couple of people out there who come over here for bad intentions to escape persecution for whatever reason and whatever they did over there in that country. And they don't come over here. They come over here to cause problems, but the majority of them just want to be left alone and work. So yeah, right. I know they're being underpaid.
And a friend of mine that used to work in the same company as me, his parents are born from India, but he came over here since he was like a little kid. He started he started leaving that job into the other job where he become like a janitor cleaner for his school,
Mm-hmm.
and he gets paid more than these guys, and you know that kind of that those kind of piss me off because we're both making like $26 an hour. He's making $26 an hour. I'm also making $26 an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and these guys are still making $15 an hour. How
Yeah.
does this make any sense?
Yeah.
People can people can't even afford to rent places that's so overpriced, and they have to like spend more money and then get a little food on the table. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sucks. Our rent over here is between we call it 1700s to $3,000,
Ain't no way. And
and we're paying
you
so
wanna go back to
much,
Canada?
money for that stupidness.
Uh-uh.
Plus, we're paying separate utilities, water bill, light bill, especially the internet as well.
You would cry if I told you my rent.
What's the rent?
Probably not. I live in Austin. It's pretty pricey over here. Yeah, they rip people off, but then they turn around and they spread this rhetoric that these people are horrible, these immigrants, blah blah blah, they're horrible people. It's like nothing that black or brown people do is okay. We can't do anything right. Nothing. We're always going to be the bad guy, no matter what. Even though we never start anything, we're always going to be the bad guy. It's
You know, for years, our ancestors have been protesting against this, you know, BS of what they do over here, and they always say that, you know, if you vote for this one, no, actually, before that, there was only one party, and then they created another party to make people vote for that.
you know, like a big part of their own communities, but they're still very dangerous. Like they're dangerous people. Like it's not. It's just I don't mess with it. Like I'm not with it. And because we have people in our own spaces that are dangerous to our own spaces and spaces of other people, we're focusing more on these things than we are focusing on the government and what they're doing. And it makes me sick because it's like we are spread so thin already. And these people are causing issues where TikTok was meant to unite people. It's separating people further because of those people. And I feel like TikTok could have united everyone so that way we can all get on the same page when it comes to our government. But no, we're fighting over dumb issues. We're fighting over who's got the bigger pecho instead of coming together and having an understanding that we have one. You see? Like, this is why I get so upset with both sides. Because we have bigger problems. And it's just annoying. It's annoying.
Trust me, if those guys don't do what's like what you guys wanted to do, like, you know, refraining from ever speaking about like you know, this native erasure, then we have no choice but to war up, because it's been for so long, and I'm sorry to say this, but you know, the white people are more ruthless than Genghis Khan back in those days when he invaded Japan.
That's
Not
also
really.
that's what I'm
They're
trying
worse than.
to.
Go
Everyone
ahead.
thinks, everyone always brings up, well, Genghis Khan, he was white. Genghis Khan literally just wanted to be the king of everything, the emperor of everything. He allowed people to continue their cultures, continue speaking their languages, continue worshiping whatever religion they wanted to worship. He allowed people to, even after he conquered them, he allowed people to be themselves. He just wanted to be the ruler of all of it. These people literally are like parasites. They come in, they destroy everybody else on that continent, they take up all the resources, they keep you from speaking your languages, practicing your cultures. They want you to convert. They're just they're not understanding the difference between some conquerors and like genocide, literally. All in the name of money, power, and religion. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy, and money is the only thing that they use to control the people over here as well. And I have to say this, that people who worship money, and I'm not gonna offend them, but how are you gonna live when there's where there's no food, no water, and nothing to build if you don't have things to buy from the stores? When it's all gone, what are you gonna do?
Yep. We have a
Also,
saying.
go ahead.
We have a saying in Navajo, "Ta'e'ena," which means water is life. And our water is currently being poisoned, and a lot of people on Navajo Nation don't even have drinking water, and I know other nations that don't have drinking water, and their only source of water is the rivers nearby, and they're poisoned. They're poisoned because of these pipelines. They're
Canada
poisoned.
also.
Yeah, they're poisoned because of the runoff water from fracking. So where are they going to get their water now? How are they going to drink? How are they going to live? How are they going to survive? The government is doing everything in its power to just destroy completely like indigenous people and to assimilate as many black people into the American lifestyle and American way as much as possible. And those of us who push back are isolated.
And these guys are sitting inside the Emperor Towers, laughing at us to say, "Oh, look at these guys! They can't even drink the clean waters anymore because we contaminated with toxins and chemicals and poison and all this kind of stuff." Like, really?
Mm-hmm. And they're laughing at us. Black people and indigenous people are fighting right now with each other over whose petrol is bigger, and they're laughing at us. They're laughing at us.
And I guess there's we have no other choice but to go to war. And I'm well certain that war may start soon, but I have to. It seems like I gotta have to start getting prepped because like we live too long to serve under. Well, us black people, we live too long to serve under like two nations. So like the Middle East and now the Europeans, right? And then the natives over here, especially the ones in Australia too.
Najawe, hold on, give me a second. Okay, Joshua, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Sarayu. Like, like, thank you so much. Go ahead.
Yeah. They both got invaded by Europeans, And I think this is gonna be the time. I'm not gonna wait. Like, I'm young, I'm 27, I can still fight and pull some punches, but I need to think about gathering the group, because I don't want to, like, talk about this on over the internet, so the enemy will know what we're doing. Because this is what they use. They use some kind of tools to hear what you're saying and know what our plans are, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you tell them, they're gonna use some kind of ways to cheat, which means that you're gonna lose the same way, just like your ancestors lost a long time ago, right? And I know throughout the history that when there was a fight between, like, the British and the British and the French in Canada, the British were telling the French, saying that we're gonna fight on the field, right?
Yeah.
So few of those men over here and few of those men over here. Well, what those guys are doing, you're putting these guys behind the trees and shooting off the guys who are not on their force, right?
Yeah.
And when these guys are dead, they say, "Oh, we win," but they set some kind of rules which they kind of break. You know what I mean? So these guys, they love to cheat when it comes to fighting, and they love to lie about the history as well.
And this is why, instead of fighting each other consistently, we need to come to one understanding. We need to put our bullshit aside, and we need to create a system in which we start fighting back. This is... Yeah, I gotta continue to write this letter. From now on, I'm not gonna engage with any problematic people. I will probably just watch and see if I can get their actual name. And I'm just gonna start sending letters like this to the BIA until they get tired of me and they actually do something about it. I hope so, Ghost. I hope so. And anybody who's problematic on TikTok, whatever, be problematic on TikTok. But when you start showing that you're being problematic off TikTok and you're harassing our government for issues that don't even make sense, that's when I get upset. Our government has better things to do. The BI is problematic for Indigenous people. Oh, for sure. For sure. I know they are. But at the same time, they can legally do cease and desist for people who are not native, who are causing issues. Okay. Hey, Ariana. So I know the BIA is problematic for our own people, but as of right now, I have to use what I can in order to make sure that make an example out of the situation, that if you continuously do this and you continuously be problematic and you're continuously dangerous and threatening to both parties, that we'll get the law involved, we'll get the government involved. I know they're problematic too, but I gotta use what I gotta use. Unfortunately, I gotta use the resources that I have in order to get things done. That is true. So, this is going to be an example. I guess this situation is going to be an example that I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to, from either side. It was over stupid stuff. Yeah, exactly. Well, we're over here talking about issues that really make sense and that matter. We have people in our own communities not giving a shit about our own people, not giving a shit about other people in other communities, not respecting other people in other communities. And it's just causing issues. It really is. My tribal constitution says it's illegal to claim, but it's only been enforced in high-profile cases. Jessica, I really think that this needs to be enforced. Unfortunately, I think that this needs to be enforced, especially if you have a following, some kind of following on social media. I think this needs to be enforced. Now, if you're doing it on your own, you're doing it on your own. But this is the same shit as stolen valor, essentially, right? And you see a lot of soldiers and a lot of Marines they don't take that shit lightly. They call people out. And so I feel like we need to start doing the same thing. I feel like we need to start enforcing that, and the BIA needs to start enforcing that issue. Because if you have some kind of following on social media and you're claiming to be something that you're not, you're causing issues not only for the Black community, but the Indigenous community. You're also causing issues for Afro-Indigenous and reconnecting people who are wanting to reconnect, making it harder. You're closing the gap of trust with Indigenous peoples, and then you're widening that mistrust between Indigenous people and Black people at the same time, because you're having both parties fight, because you're wanting to cause turmoil between the two. And that's not okay. I'm not okay with that. So it's just, that's why, like I said, I'm writing to the BIA right now. I'm having other people write to the BIA. See what we can get done. I'm over it. Yeah. Please do, Jessica. That'd be, I would love that. Please do. Years of legislation, most incoming correspondence, answer the letter. However, it's permissible to respond to routine inquiries with a telephone call and email. Message certain information provided accurate. Response does not need to be reviewed upon senior official when answering call response by these methods. To copy, file email, reply to congressional correspondence, members of Congress, and a comment. Okay. Constitution letter. I completely agree there needs to be a clear-cut law. Trust can enforce Lines against fraud is great. Yeah, I added you. Thank you. Make sure to get to your regional office. You'll get a faster response. Yeah, Victoria, that's what I'm doing. I don't know if Megan messaged you. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to be sending it to Navajo Nation. Megan's going to be sending hers to Mi'kmaq, and anybody else who's enrolled who wants to send it to their regional office. But Megan made something clear to me. She said that maybe if we all send our letters to each other's regional office, like as a whole, maybe they'll take it even more serious, and they'll actually read what we have to say. Do they not know Heritage Month? I know, yeah, they probably don't. They probably don't. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So I think that we're going to send it to our own correspondence, our own regional office, but we're going to send all the letters all together to each of those offices. Just to replies to multiple congressional referrals, prepare identical letters. You see, look. Prepare identical letters with one set of file copies in response to multiple referrals for the same constituent on the same subject. Do not mention other referrals in the body of letter. Okay, so I need to copy and paste and send this to Megan. So we can do it. We can do it that way. America has been having too much problem. Yep. Yeah, they have. Okay. When replying to an individual who is indicated in this letter that he has sent copies of letter to members of Congress, send members informational copies to reply together. Okay. And that information ranking minority members. Okay, send to Indian Affairs slots. Okay, and I have so Victoria, I have what part of the country are you at? Why do you keep asking me these questions? I don't like giving out personal information to people I don't know. Especially because I'm a woman, that's really weird for you to ask that information. National Justice request. Thank you for your interest in Okay. Megan, if you're listening, I have a example. I'm gonna copy and paste that, send it to you. I have an example. Hold on, let me use copy and paste. Snippet tool. Give me 1 second. I am going to save it. And I'm going to send it to you. And Victoria too. I think she left. Okay, that's kind of creepy. And not even in an indigenous way. National Community Native Occupy.
Absolutely.
We need to stop doing that, you guys, because wrong is wrong, and we need to make sure that, because people who do bad in our community that we protect, they're gonna continuously do it, and then they're gonna mess up everything that we're gonna try to build. And we need to stop doing that. We need to stop just protecting people because they're our people. No, we need to call people out on that bullshit, no matter who they are to us. And that's one of the biggest reasons why we're having issues with uniting.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'll say this behind that too. We all know the only successful war, revolution, or whatever you want to call it, was the Haitian Revolution. They're the only people to be victorious against their oppressor at any point in history. But here's the one thing that we don't discuss about the Haitian Revolution. Before they did anything, they agreed we have to get rid of the people that look like us, that work against us. We have to move them out the way. We have to shift that support away from them onto us, going forward with this one mission in mind. And I think that's something that we really have to look at as a people, because we have a lot of people coming back to us saying, hey, well, you know, we can get this far if you're willing to do this. That means you got something that's going to benefit you if we compromise. But that's a big thing right there. That's huge. That is a huge. That's a fact right there.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people don't like
Y'all
me.
tap the screen.
Thank you.
Tap the screen, y'all. Tap the screen to help get supported. The 9 people can bring 90 more.
I think a lot of people don't join the lives when we're not arguing, or when we're talking about progression and we're talking about healing and we're talking about
Yeah.
doing positive things. Like maybe they don't listen, but when it has something to do with fighting amongst each other,
Yeah, Jada Pinkett in the background, we'd be okay.
yeah, like it's ridiculous how we're drawn to turmoil instead of healing. People find those kinds of discussions boring. I think it's educational and I like talking about these things. But I noticed that you don't have much of a following, and not many people view your lives if you're not in conflict. And I don't think that's
true.
okay. That right there is also like rooted in colonialism.
How long have you been going live?
I've been doing this for like 2 or 3 years, but off and on, and I take breaks. There are some people, like I said, within our own communities who just are problematic and just do dumb shit. So I take breaks because I should. Yeah. So, and then there are some times where, like right now, I'm doing homework and I have to concentrate, so I don't have time to do it.
Right.
But I'm at work. But I like having these discussions, and I wish more Native people would come on here and have discussions like this too.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that they tend to shy away when we start talking about progression. We're not just talking about Black progression, we're also talking about Indigenous progression to you guys.
Right.
We're all in this together. We're all on the same continent together, and we need to do what we have to do to survive and just be, like, not just survive, but be better, to grow, be better, grow, be better than you were yesterday all the time. You're always. We can have these discussions. That is does. It literally does involve all of us.
Absolutely.
I know how to keep my culture separate. I know that they're separate, but at the same time, I understand the unity of that.
The U.S. is going to invade Haiti soon. They already there. They already.
She don't act like no elder, I'll tell you that.
Bueno. Si vas a hablar mierda de alguien, habla en español porque yo no quiero que me votan.
Oh, perdón.
Okay.
Sí, estábamos hablando de
Órale.
rabbit hole. ¿Por qué ella se cree que puede entrar en cualquier chat y hablar mierda de todos?
Por eso le andaba diciendo, yo no uso a Josh, yo no uso a Josh de nada, pero la cosa que conocí es que cuando Josh andaba en el live con los morenos, andaba en ese live y andaba hablando puro mierda con Josh, back and forth, back and forth. And I told her, I said, si quieres hablar puro mierda con él, métete tú en tu propio espacio. No metes en el espacio de los morenos hablando puro mierda de una persona. Porque vas a engañar conflicto con nosotros. Porque los morenos nomás se va a ver que tú eres indígena y nomás estás hablando puro mierda de un moreno en su espacio.
You're right. You're right. You're
And I
absolutely
told her
right.
this about it.
I agree with you on that. Yep.
And she's like, I can do whatever I want. And I'm just like, you guys are the very reason why we're having problems. Stop going into each other's spaces and talking crap. If you want to talk crap, go into your own space and invite them up so you guys can talk one-on-one, but stop going into other group spaces that are not your own and stop talking crap to individuals.
Absolutely. Y también se mira mal porque ella es una señora mayor. Ella es una señora de 60 años. ¿Qué está haciendo? ¿Qué ejemplo está ella poniendo de la cultura indígena? No está poniendo nada de buen ejemplo. And she does not act like an elder at all.
No.
Y también ella está vendiendo jewelry y she's not even federally recognized to do so. That's another thing no one calls her out for. You know what I mean? She's literally selling Native American jewelry with no right to do so in the name of of those who are federally recognized. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying things like that you can't do.
Yep. Your thought. What is that? Is that Ray? That is Ray. Yeah, I called her out on it and I told her and she was like, who are you to tell me anything? And I said, I'm literally Afro-Indigenous. I'm seeing you guys come into these spaces and you are literally like starting crap with these people. When they come into your spaces, I block them or I tell them as well. But I do it both ways. I was like, you guys can't be coming into other people's spaces, especially when it's a group space specifically for that people, talking crap to one person, especially if you're not a part of that group, because all they're going to see is that you're not of them and you're talking to one of them. And that's why I was trying to tell Indigenous people stay out of Black spaces, and I was trying to tell Black people stay out of Indigenous spaces. If you can't play nice, stay out of each other's spaces. Period. Because you're going to cause further conflict, because you're going to have people who weren't even involved in that scenario jump into that scenario because you're attacking one of their own. I can do that. I get the backlash all the time and I don't care. Me vale madre. Porque yo soy de usted y yo soy de usted y yo soy de usted. ¿Qué me vas a decir? No me vas a decir nada. There's people who are like, oh, why are you in Pan-African spaces? I'm Pan-African. Why are you in Mexican spaces? Soy mexicana. Why are you in Indigenous spaces? I'm Indigenous. I get the backlash, but I'm used to it. But if you're not of those people, stay the hell out of those spaces. You had no right. I'll talk to him about it.
You just tell them porque estoy la chingona. That's why I get into these spaces.
Hey, Daniel. I don't see any back and forth. I'm 50 and I'm not even close to being an elder. My elder's way older than me. Saray, you know who I'm talking about. Let me talk to him because I'm mutual with him, just like I'm mutual with you. I'm mutual with Eddie, mutual with Smack, I'm mutual with Mono, I'm mutual with Megan, I'm mutual with everyone, right? Let me find out for myself what's going on. When I say I'll ask, I will ask and I will figure it out for myself. For the most part, if it's between you two, it's between you two. That's it. If you guys aren't causing any issues with the communities, like as a whole, that's an issue between you two that you guys gotta work it out. I will ask for the information, of course, but that's something that you guys gotta talk about. Elder has nothing to do with an age. That is right, Daniel. It's the way that you carry yourself, and there are some people who don't carry themselves like they're supposed to. And that usually does come with wisdom, and wisdom comes with age. Yeah. So, yeah. Sarayu, send me that information, and like I said, I'll talk to Casey about it. I will talk to her about it. I got you. I heard you. When I say I'll talk, I'll talk. Eddie knows. Smack knows. When I need to talk to a person, I will talk to a person. I'm no stranger to
yelling at people.
Yeah. Confronting people. I'm no stranger to that. Okay, so Mono, the book is called El Ferrocarril Subterráneo. You want me to write it?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, so, Centennial, is that a last name?
Yeah.
Last name? Okay, yeah, I figured that was the last name.
Subterráneo.
Yeah.
Subterráneo. I just say
Yeah, I
it
would
like
love that.
that.
I would love to read that. So this is basically an Afro-Indigenous story.
Yes.
I would love to read that for sure. For sure. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate, I appreciate you how you're just you're mutual. Like you don't, you know what I mean? Like you don't give the disrespect unless they come at you disrespectful. And I noticed that about you, and I appreciate that about you. For reals, for reals. Because I think we need to be more like that and not click up. Because I noticed like a lot of people like literally click up like it's a click. Like, dude, this is not a click. Like this is an app. Why are we, you know what I mean, behaving in this inappropriate manner?
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And like you said, if it's a personal issue with someone, it's a personal issue. You know what I mean? But if there's some facts out there, like you said, like for instance, like Casey, right? You're like, oh, we'll see, whatever. Because people know me and him have a personal thing right now, But it's been like that for a while between me and him. But that's a personal thing, personal matter, whatever. But if it is to one extent to look into, what is really problematic in the community, then you'll take that initiative to figure that out on your own, right? You feel me? Like that's a difference. It's not personal. You get it? And I think we need to be more like that. Everyone needs to be more like that. Don't take things too personal. If it is, then it is, and then it is what it is. It's a personal matter. You know what I mean? And it should involve everybody else. You know what I mean? So I agree with you on that, definitely.
Just like what I was saying earlier, when there are real issues that we can talk about on this app, you don't need to be there are other issues. Like we could talk about the border and how detrimental it is, and Biden bypassing all those laws so he can build the wall. It's protected, and it's not going to be protected anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, I send his paper towels colored as some fucking a letter, and his and one of his state representatives from our district. I said, don't put a wall up, right? And if you do, put a consulate there so people can have easier access here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to expand the wall. I would rather have it where people can have an easier access to get citizenship. This is not our land, man.
And
like, this is not our fucking... And I know it's like, it's a hard truth, but damn it, I hate that shit because why would you expand the wall, bruh? Like,
and it's
No,
not even it's that's an issue too. But he's not even providing translator because a lot of these people don't even speak Spanish or English. They speak a Mayan dialect or a Tomi or whatever native language, but they're automatically being erased by being called Mexican, so they speak Spanish.
that's one of our problems. We don't speak all of our Creole. I speak Tut a little bit, but I don't speak where our people came from in the islands when they brought us here, and I don't speak our African language. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is crazy. And you got to be forced to speak another colonizer language. Man, don't get me started.
That's why
But they need a consulate.
if I do end up having children, I don't care if it's with an indigenous man or a black man, my children are going to speak Otumi, my children are going to speak Dene. It doesn't matter. And if I am with an indigenous man, they're going to speak his language too. So I'm going to continue to pass that down, and I'm going to make sure that my children pass that down because it is important.
That's awesome. Y que no se le olvide hablar en español. Because Spanish sometimes, man, it could really be a bridge. Oh, I apologize, brother. Go ahead. After I finish this real quick, because it's definitely a bridge for those who don't know the English language and are on the other side, our brothers and sisters on the other side. And therefore, Spanish is really important. I know some people really do knock it, but if you really look into el idioma, there's a lot of Spanish words that are actually indigenous words that are still used.
Yeah.
So that's why I can never say like fuck Spanish. And to tell you the truth, I've heard Spaniards, like literally fucking Spaniards that live in Spain say those people don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they don't even claim like that. They're like, what is that? Because porque hay muchas palabras indígenas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Hablamos español diferente. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, they're gonna know Spanish too. It's automatic English and Spanish. But that's what I was just saying. Like as far as indigenous languages go, if I do have children, either with an indigenous man or a black man, they're gonna know my languages. They're gonna know his languages too. Go ahead, JD.
Hey, I was just wondering, do you speak Spanish or no?
We all do here, except for
Yo
No, ahí
estoy
que andaba hablando
aprendiendo.
español.
Yo estoy aprendiendo español.
Okay.
I don't know much, but I'm trying, man.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, you didn't hear me speak it just now?
No, I really didn't. I just came in, like, or maybe I didn't hear it, but yeah, I asked. But yeah, I'm trying to learn Spanish. So if anytime you want to go ahead and speak Spanish in here, and then I'm gonna probably pop over to Google and try and figure out what you.
It depends on if you want to learn Mexican Spanish or Dominican Spanish. Like we speak different dialects of Spanish.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's not the same. Like there's all types of different Spanish.
Like believe me, when I started listening to Dominican music, I had the hardest time understanding what they were saying. The hardest time.
Hey, Edward, were you the one that posted the video about the mom with her kids?
Yeah. Oh,
that's terrifying, man. Is that our country?
Yes, it's here in the United States. She was crossing the border with her kids, and they
anybody know who she is?
The Border Patrol grabbed her 3-year-old daughter and yanked her out of her hands.
Does anybody know who she is?
Once they're in the detention centers, the only people who are able to have access to those people are lawyers. And
Good afternoon.
Hi, Nova. And half the time, those people aren't appointed lawyers because technically they're not citizens. So technically they don't need lawyers. So unless a lawyer volunteers himself to represent people, you're never going to hear from them again because they don't.
I volunteer?
They literally, this is what they do, you guys. This is what they do. I'll tell you from experience. You cross over, they catch you. You're held in the detention center for I don't know how many months. And if you're held in the detention center, you get on a bus. You get on a bus and they will take you as far south as they possibly can to the border of Guatemala. So it makes it harder for you to come back all the way up to try to cross again. They don't even take you to where you're from. They don't even ask you. they ship you as far south as they can. So you will never hear from those people ever again, especially if they have children, especially if they're women, because some of them get trafficked, and they will take children away from the women.
Hey, yo, where's this detention center at? Because she had 2 kids with her, and like I don't feel right about. I don't know how many people saw that video, but I don't feel right about that shit at all.
Well, it could be here in California or Texas, New Mexico, or Arizona.
They send them to whatever detention center. It doesn't matter where they're caught, JD. If they're caught in Texas, they'll do that on purpose so that you have lawyers who are empathizers. They can't represent them because they can't find them. So if you get caught in Texas, you can end up in the detention center in California or Arizona.
It wasn't even a threat, though. Like, what was this is supposed to be the land of the free. She wasn't even a threat. She had 2 freaking kids with her.
Walking to
like everybody has their own perspectives, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the best thing to do, I guess, just to talk to him, find out why he has an issue, and you guys hash it out, and it's really just one-on-one type of thing, you know what I mean?
There's no hashing out with him. I'm writing to the Bureau of Indian Affairs about it right now, because I'm done. I'm deading it. Over it.
Wait, did I say something?
All right, it is what it is.
No, Brother JD, you didn't.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard JD. I was like, I don't remember if I said anything wrong.
No, we're talking about somebody else, brother. You're good.
Cool.
Daniel, come back up. What the hell?
That surprised me.
That's the first time ever.
I know. He deserves a round of applause for that.
Come back up, Daniel.
I got you, brother.
What?
With my voice throw anybody off? I'm just curious.
Huh?
My voice throw anybody off? I'm just curious.
You sound like I expect you to sound. You have a very nice, soothing voice. Oh, Daniel's got that Resi Wi-Fi. That Mexican Resi Wi-Fi, that's why. He's got that dial-up like Marvin.
I ain't gonna hold you. I got that
him.
Brother Edward.
What up?
Not much. Still chilling.
Fight for it, Daniel. Fight for it.
I will drop down. I just kind of want to hang out a bit, and I'll be in the comments. Thanks for having me up.
Thank you for coming up. I always enjoy you being up here. Daniel, go to McDonald's or Starbucks.
Give it a taco. See if it works.
Yeah. A ver. Damn, someone record this. This is good. Oh, damn, that was rare. I feel honored.
He said he's working. Tell me about it.
No hay pedo, venga. Yeah.
Just a aluminum foil.
I'm honored, guys. Like this is like if my check had
a treat. As he was trying to give us a trick or treat.
I know, dang. It's not even my birthday.
Christmas was trying to come early. Man, someone ingested it fixes antenna. Damn, I really want to hear him. I really like Daniel, you guys. He sees perspectives from both sides, as far as like the Mexican side, the Mexican indigenous side, and the indigenous side. We can agree with you on that.
I really like him. Unlike Glenn.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Did you guys see the new movie that's been advertised by who was it? It was like Martin Scorsese. Okay, so can I ask you something?
Oh no, I was nodding my head to Daniel. I don't know the movie you're talking about.
It's a movie I think it's a movie about like basically Native Americans. It's got Robert De Niro